First, the headlines. Chief Minister N. Biren meets representatives of e-vehicle companies to discuss feasibility of manufacturing e-vehicles in Manipur. With decline in COVID-positive cases in state, community home isolation centers being closed gradually. Governor-designate La Ganeshan arrives at Imphal, accorded warm welcome at airport. Hello and good evening. You're watching the MAMITv English News Bulletin. I'm ALBINA RIAMEI. Chief Minister N. Biren today chaired a meeting with representatives of private e-vehicles manufacturers Omega Seiki Private Limited, a unit of Anglian Omega Group, and Electric One Mobility Limited to discuss the scope of manufacturing e-vehicles in Manipur. The Chief Minister discussed in minute details the feasibility of manufacturing such vehicles in the state, the obstacles it may face, and how far the project will be successful. Taking into consideration the strategic geographical situation of Manipur, it has the advantage of easy access to raw materials from neighboring countries. Further, these e-vehicles can be exported to fast-developing East Asian countries as investors have started showing interest for big-ticket investments in Manipur, Chief Minister N. Biren asserted. On the other hand, a review meeting chaired by Chief Minister N. Biren was held with the Chief Secretary, Administrative Secretary and Head of Departments. Taking stock of the ongoing programs and projects, the Chief Minister directed the department heads to ensure smooth implementation of welfare schemes for timely enjoyment by beneficiaries. He also issued instructions for early completion of developmental projects during the meeting. With a decline in number of COVID-positive cases in the state, functioning of the community home isolation center set up at Lamding Higher Secondary School of Khangabok Assembly Constituency was closed down today and shifted to the community quarantine center opened at Wangzing, Kodompokpi by the state government. MLA of Khangabok AC Okram Sujakumar said, thanks to the decline in COVID-positive cases, all inmates of Lamding CHIC have been discharged and currently there is no COVID patient at the center. Based on this, the volunteers of the center took the unanimous decision to close the CHIC and shift to CQC at Wangzing, Kodompokpi. The MLA mentioned that the Lamding CHIC, which was opened on May 9 this year, had successfully provided home isolation to around 741 inmates. MLA Sujakumar expressed gratitude to all the doctors, nurses and volunteers for their selfless service and successfully running the center.
COVID-19 की कमिटी लेजरिबा सिंगी अहलमन मयाम सिंसु सुनबा याविरे अदु मयाम सिना कोई होना बिरागा हुजिक फोक्ता कम्युनिटी होम आइसोलेशन सेंटर जी तारीख 8/5/2021 दगी हौरपने हुजिक फोक्ता लैखरिबा टोटल इनमेट सिना 741 लैरिबा वॉलंटियर ओइना लैबा अदु अटेंडेंट ओइना मरक लैरमना 21 अदुगा वॉलंटियर मयाम सिंग यारगा नर्स अनि अदुगा डॉक्टर सिंग मयाम तोरगा वॉलंटियर मयाम सिंग तोरगा मसी पानरगा लाखने दुगा हुजिकसे लाइबक फाबा हाइगद्रा कितंग कोविड वेब से कितंग हंदरपसिना पेशेंट लाइबसु हंदरकपा अदुगा कोई केंद्र की ओइना लाइबसी ngasiगी पावगी पेनोसिदा तंजा लौजरगा केंद्र की ओइना कामु केंद्र की ओइना तबुसी कोदोमपोक्पीदा ओइना कोई गवर्नमेंट ना चलाइरिबा हाइबतारे मसीदा ओइना शिफ्ट तौरनी ngasiदगी हाइदना पेनो तौजे हुजिक पोकी तौरपसिदी अखोई आई केंद्र सिगी MLA मोइना आई की तरफ तगी अंगंबा वॉलंटियर मैम सिंग की तरफ तगी अंगंबा पुथुओगा केंद्र से लैबा नायक मैम सिंग से यंगसंजर लाक्सबनी मैम पुनमकु आई अमुका हन थागतचरी.
Soon to be sworn in as the 17th governor of Manipur, La Ganeshan has landed at the Bir Tikendrajit International Airport in Imphal this afternoon. The former president of Tamil Nadu State BJP and national vice president of BJP arrived in an Indigo flight number 6E2208. On his arrival, Chief Secretary of Manipur, DGP DC Imphal West, and top officials of state government welcomed him at the airport. Later, an introduction program with Chief Minister of Manipur and Biren, Deputy Chief Minister Y. Joy Kumar, Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly Y. Khemchan, and Chairman of Hill Area Committee K. Leishio was held at Raj Bhavan. It is worth mentioning that Governor of Sikkim Ganga Prasad Chaurasia was appointed as the governor of the state after former Governor Najma Heptullah completed her term on August 20th. President of India Ram Nath Kovind had issued an order on August 22 appointing La Ganeshan as the 17th governor of Manipur. Life Care Ambulance LCA presented gifts to international football player Ngangom Baladevi today. Ngangom Baladevi is currently playing for Rangers Football Club, Scotland. Proprietor of LCA, Sarangthem Tombisana, said that ambulance service will be provided free to Bala's family members. She expressed happiness for recognizing her sports talent and providing free ambulance service to her family members by LCA. She also praised such groups of youth who are working towards helping the masses. Bala hoped that many more youths will emerge in the societies who are willing to bring the state to greater heights.
Life care ambulance na any family na problem le ko matam da moina free service to ni haidana family da choba posaga ma thambire biga loina na team sina laga da makta presentation ama should be bire haina le kana thaga chari aduga ai na ha oi bana koina smai to bana team moina semaga lebak miyam gi da makta service to base yamna haina le kana thaga chari aduga any darka le family sinsina ambulance darka le di call to bidana haiga ambulance life care ambulance any darka le matamda dum call to you.
A truck burst into flame last night around 10 p.m. at Naurem Laikai under Singjamai police station. However, timely arrival of fire tenders could prevent from further damages. According to police report, the truck bearing registration number MN018536 was transported by another truck from Lilong after having some technical problems. The truck caught fire at Naurem Laikai when the driver tried to start the engine. Besides some damages on the front of the truck, no serious damages were reported. Former Deputy Speaker M.K. Presho Shimre's family along with workers of BJP 45 Chingai Mandal visited Halang village including Halang Ato Tang and met the headman Bungmaling Huileng, convener of COVID Relief Committee, Shinau Long and Katam Nau Long, chairman of Ato Tang Committee, and Pastor Reverend Ephraim Seja, and handed over relief materials and hand sanitizers to the committee. It may be recalled that the district administration declared complete lockdown for the whole Halang village since 16th of this month after 44 residents of the village were COVID positive. Since then, the whole village is facing hardship in day-to-day commodities and livelihood. They need help from every angles, including district administration, for effective containment from such prolonged lockdown, especially for the poor farmers and downtrodden at the earliest. The visiting team wishes and prayed for early recovery of the people. Meanwhile, the village authorities and the committee thank M.K. Presho and his co-workers for the help. Secretary of Communist Party of India CPI Kaching Local Council P. Jadumani slammed the state government for playing the sentiments of the farmers of the state. In a press note issued by the local council, he said contrary to the statement by the state government about abundant stock of fertilizers, they are not able to distribute fertilizers to the farmers on time. This will have a negative impact in the productivity. It further said the required bag of fertilizers for Kaching constituency is 28 to 29,000. However, only 9,000 bags has been distributed till August 19th. The press note expressed concerns that if the fertilizer is applied in time, the crops will not be ready in time for harvest. Former candidate of Moirang Assembly constituency and social worker Thongam Shanti has distributed hand pumps to Kwokta Gram Panchayat ward number 4, 5 and 6. He also provided net and grill for fencing around the local pond of ward number 5. Speaking after the distribution of the hand pumps, Shanti said he was saddened by unavailability of drinking water for the people of Kwokta. The items were distributed by him and Moirang Kendra Progressive Front before Ramadan, he said. The hand pumps were distributed after being certified by the water department. He appealed to the people to drink safe water for good health.
Dakar pon sing fencing to view have posung say koi Louis the Sidazabani, Madusuma Tamsana Sinagadoni, Adu COVID-19 pandemic and issue waves and a question of Octavado, Nasi Jai Palvan with a Lozeraga, Hangna, Moirang Kendri Manung Chanba, Kauta Panchayat, a single level 1 number 4, 5, 6 hydro from Hunsida, Singuma Akoida. Miang with the Dakar or a Kendra Sigi, Kwagi Sida is Uima Panchayat, a Tanga Kendra Sulonava, Panchayaki Sumo Humsida, Ising is Samishamia Mamaleramba, Kayadu, Uzerubadagi.
As a precautionary measure against COVID-19 third wave, the DC of Bishnupur, Krishna Kumar, has handed over 50 oxygen concentrators donated by Hans Foundation to the CMO of Bishnupur, Dr. N. Ganeshwar, yesterday. During the handing over of oxygen concentrators, DC Krishna Kumar expressed gratitude to Hans Foundation, Tuli, Nagaland, for the generous donation. He also thanked the founder of the foundation, retired Brigadier Shalendra S. Kataria, on behalf of the district administration, Bishnupur. DC Krishna Kumar further commented that the district is fortunate to receive the oxygen concentrators as it will help in improving the health facilities of the district, and added that currently there are 200 oxygen concentrators in the district which are being used in the COVID care centers. The 50 new additions are intended for use in the district community health center and 9 primary health centers.
The owner of the Hans Foundation is Sri Shailendra S. Kataria. So we are really thankful to the Hans Foundation extending his help to our district, which will be really helpful to fight against the third wave if it comes in our district. And now this 50 concentrator will be provided to the district hospital. Our CMO service is there in presence of our SP. We have handed over to these 50 oxygen concentrator to our CMO, and I have also requested our CMO to not to keep this oxygen concentrator only in the COVID care center, but also to all the CSC and PSC, which is altogether 9 in our district, so that in case of any kind of emergency for the patient, those who are really in the need.
SP of Bishnupur, Hobson Sapam, ADM of Bishnupur H. Bobby Sharma, SDO of Moirang and district level officers attended the program, which was held at the mini secretariat complex Bishnupur in a simple manner. The Divine Nongpok Ningtho Youth Club, the NNYC of Devi Mandop Lekai Hairok Part 2 Thobal District observed its 41st Foundation Day today at the Devi Mandop. Ningthojam Manihar and Kundongbam Ashok Kumar graced the event as chief guest and president. During the function held on the theme Peace and Development, the club handed over prizes to the winners and participants of the annual Yaosheng Sports Meet 2021. Speaking on the occasion, President of the NNYC, Kundongbam Ashok Kumar, stated, "The youths of today played a vital role in the development and building a peaceful state." He then appealed to the executive members of the club and senior residents of the locality to encourage the youth to help build better future. As a part of COVID vaccination drive carried across the state, a COVID vaccination program for Sagolban Assembly constituency was organized today at Bizoy Gobinda Lekai Multipurpose Hall under the supervision of MLA of Sagolban Assembly constituency, RK Imo. Taking part in the vaccination drive, former member of Ward number 7, Omega, said, except Saturdays and Sunday, the vaccination drive has been ongoing at different parts of the constituency since April 30th. He informed that more than 10,000 people of the constituency has been vaccinated, adding that the program will continue till every individual of the constituency are fully vaccinated with the second dose. Hence, Mega urged every eligible person of Sagolban constituency to get COVID vaccines as a preventive measure against the disease.
Koi mapunghana second dose kapa doji bogi hoi machi makata telegi kapa hu gudu ju thodu cover jam to koi lising tara gi ka khre government amadi atopa kendra pato yauri degi uri bo yauri koi hana koi gi community hall lekai gi lei besing sida sam haida for example moyang le ka khre community hall da matle baki ka khre degi timom lekai wa lekai any leiba thogom gi dele lo community hall gi da yam na loi ka khre
Celine Digital and NR Media honored Tokyo 2020 Olympics bronze medalist Sanglakpom Nilakanta Sharma today at his residence in Konta Ahallup Makalekai under Haingang Assembly constituency. Speaking at the reception program, producer of Celine Digital, Fanjobam Lanazit Singh, said, whenever we achieve any accomplishment, we should always encourage one another. He expressed pride in the number of players produced from a small state like Manipur. Lanazit said, getting a bronze medal by Nilakanta at such a young age is not an easy feat. Now we have a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates. Gausia College of Engineering, Karnataka gi 2021-22 gi oina admission hausari. Karnataka government as sakhang bagaloinina AICTE amadi UGC New Delhi nesu sakhang loba college asi Visvesvarya Technological University Velagapit affiliate toba college ni. Akupa marol gi damag Imphal gi Y Academy da contact tobiu natraga mobile number 8730925131 natraga 8904616171 da contact tobiu.
Saraswati Charitable Trust, BSc Forensic Science, BE Cybercrime Security, Diploma in Pharmacy, BSc Medical Laboratory Technology, BSc Radio Imaging Technology, BSc Operation Theatre Technology, Diploma in MLT, RIT, ODT, Dialysis, Tamnabagidamak, Manipur Mapanda, Chatrabasu Yaragani. Manipur University da affiliate Tauduna, Pharmacy Council of India, Amadi, Ministry of HRD, New Delhi approved Tauraba, 100% job oriented Oiraba, Saraswati Charitable Trust Pangaida, course sing English and Kunmathoi Kunithogi session the Tamnabagidamak admission Hogere. Hena Kupamor the contact of you, Saraswati Charitable Trust Pangai 9856 575 163 Natraga 9402 233 554.
Welcome back after the break. India recorded 46,164 fresh COVID-19 cases and 607 deaths in the last 24 hours, according to the data released by the Union Health Ministry. The active case load stood at 3.33 lakh. A total of 34,159 patients recovered in the last 24 hours, pushing the total recoveries to 3.17 crore across the country. According to the Health Ministry, India's recovery rate stood at 97.63%. On vaccination front, India administered a total of 80.40 lakh doses in the last 24 hours. With this, the total tally of doses administered in the country touched 60.38 crore. The Center today briefed leaders of several political parties on the situation in Afghanistan. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar briefed the leaders on the latest situation in Afghanistan after the Taliban captured power there last week. Besides Jaishankar, Union Minister and Leader of the House in Rajya Sabha Piyush Goyal and Parliamentary Affairs Minister Pralhad Joshi are also present during the briefing in Parliament House Annex. Apart from India's evacuation mission from Afghanistan, the ministers are also expected to share the government's assessment of the situation in the war-torn country. The government has approved all 9 names, including 3 women judges recommended by the Supreme Court Collegium for appointment as judges of the top court. The names have been sent to the President for approval. The judges are likely to take oath on August 31. Justice B.V. Nagaratna of the Karnataka High Court is in line to become the first woman Chief Justice of India, a milestone in the nation's history. P.S. Narasimha, among the judges for the Supreme Court elevation, is also in line to become the Chief Justice, the 3rd lawyer from the bar to occupy the top post. For years, the Taliban's top spokesman shunned the public eye, even as he amassed hundreds of thousands of followers online where he live tweeted the insurgency. But days after the Taliban captured Kabul following the collapse of the US-backed government, Zabihullah Mujahid presented himself to the public for the first time in the surprise press conference in the Afghan capital. "We have expelled the foreigners," he proclaimed in his opening remark. The spokesman is now sitting in Nepal's all seat, seeking to allay concern about how the Taliban will rule. All those on the opposite side are pardoned from A to G, said Mujahid as he fielded questions from the remnants of the Afghan press corps. He also said that they won't seek revenge. Before we end the bulletin, let's look at the top news headlines once again. Chief Minister N. Biren meets representatives of e-vehicle companies to discuss feasibility of manufacturing e-vehicles in Manipur. With decline in COVID-positive cases in state community home isolation centers being closed gradually. Governor-designate Laganation arrives at Imphal, accorded warm welcome at airport. With that, it's a wrap for this evening news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Have a good time.
Gausha College of Engineering Karnataka gi 2021-22 gi oina admission hausari. Karnataka government as sakhang bagaloinina AICTE amadi UGC New Delhi na su sakhang loba college asi Visvesvaraya Technological University Belagavi affiliate toba college ni. Akuba marog gi damag Imphal gi Y Academy da contact tobiu natraga mobile number 8730925131 natraga 8904616171 da contact tobiu.
Saraswati Charitable Trust, BSc Forensic Science, BE Cybercrime Security, Diploma in Pharmacy, BSc Medical Laboratory Technology, BSc Radio Imaging Technology, BSc Operation Theatre Technology, Diploma in MLT, RIT, ODT, Dialysis, Tamnabagidamak, Manipur Mapanda, Chatrabasu Yaragani. Manipur University da affiliate Tauduna, Pharmacy Council of India, Amadi, Ministry of HRD, New Delhi approved Tauraba, 100% job oriented Oiraba, Saraswati Charitable Trust Pangaida, course sing English ngani kun mathoi kunithoi session da tamna bagi damak admission hojare hen akupamor damak contact tobiu Saraswati Charitable Trust Pangai 9856 575 163 natraga 9402 233